morning, everybody. This is Sisha doing what I do, cooking with colors. Well, today is the day I need to start. Since it's real cold this morning outside, I'm not going to be out too much until later on. It's not going to get up to only about 50 something. So I'm going to try to work on seeds, but it's kind of chilly in my garage today, in my work area where I do seeds, and I don't have my heater. Yeah, so what I think I want to start on is the tomatoes. I have to get the tomatoes out of the freezer so they can be ready. I can have room for the next season tomatoes. Okay. Well, this is what I'm up against right here. I have bags of tomatoes in the door of my upper freezer. I'm gonna take them all out. I think I'm gonna put them in a box, not a box, a big pot. Let me get this over here. In a big pot. Excuse me. So they can thaw a little bit, but I do have a roaster pan that I'm gonna show you that I got for about, I'm thinking less than $10 because I don't do any. I'm at a yard sale or a fix sale, and I got a roaster pan. But I couldn't find the one I had. So I'm gonna take all of these tomatoes and I stored up last season and never got to them. And I'm gonna let them thaw and probably take today. So I can run some water on them so I can get them into that roaster pan and start cooking them down. That opened right up. There you go. And see? So that's what we're gonna get to. I'm gonna get to and start doing now. Okay, this is a big old Wickham basket full of tomatoes that I stored up. This is what came from my garden last year. And these bags I had to store up. So I'm going to try to put them in the kitchen. And I'm just going to let them thaw a little bit because it's warmer in the inside of the house. I'm going to find some things to put them in. Maybe some pots and let them set for a little while. This evening I probably will get into throwing them in the roaster. And try to get them because they're real frozen. So it'll probably take a day to get that maybe thawed or something. Maybe this afternoon. Okay. Hello everybody. This is Sisha back in what I do. Cooking with colors. I'm in the kitchen. I've been in here mostly all day. And I started this project last night. What I did was I got all of those tomatoes that I grew last year that was in my freezer. And brought them out. Let them thawed out and started placing them in my. So the tomatoes that I processed today went for tomato sauce as well as tomato juice and tomato juice, tomato sauce, and tomato powder. That's it. Tomato powder. So I made all that came from my tomatoes. So I'm processing my tomato skins and the skins and the ends of the tomato. Let me show you what I'm talking about so you know it. Right here in my Excalibur, I am dehydrating my tomato skins, tomato tops, everything that came from the tomato. So I'm dehydrating that to make my tomato powder and tomato chips. So what I did, I had some in a jar and I used that to help thicken my tomato sauce. Because I didn't have a full mill to skin off all my tomatoes and everything else. So what I did, I let it cook down and I started pulling out some of the skin. It just was on the top of the sauce. Took those out. Then I took the tomato peels that I had, sun-dried tomatoes, the ones I dehydrated before, and I grind those up and put it in as a powder to help thicken my tomato sauce. So let me show you my tomato. Ooh, a lot of steam. So that's looking real good. I'm gonna let it cook down some more. It looked very well. I used my Emerge blender, my handheld Emerge blender, and it looks very good. No skins in here, no bits like that, a little chunky. I like that for tomato sauces. I did use my Emerge blender. If I had a food grinder, it would came up more clean, more let me see, thinner and smoother. But I think this would be great for pasta and for making lasagna, all those different things. Anything you'll use or pasta sauce. And also from all the liquid that accumulate from when you put the frozen tomatoes in with the water and the juice from the tomatoes, and you're pouring that off so you won't have to cook your tomato sauce so long. So I'm glad I didn't have to cook it so long, because I poured out all that juice and made it so it can be thick tomato juice. So I will use this in flavor my rice, for other drinks, many things. I thought about rice mostly in my drinks and pasta. I mean, different things. If you want, if a recipe called for tomato juice, and you don't have to go and buy the juice. Look what sometimes happens when you're water bath canning. Also, from tomatoes that I had grew in my garden, all different types, from last year, I made 3 different things from it: tomato juice, tomato sauce, or pasta sauce, tomato sauce, and powdered tomato, tomato chips, and tomato powder that I'll be making. But one thing, once my tomatoes, the skins get dried, I'm not gonna powder it right then. It's best for it to powder when you're ready to use it. I found out it would be best to do that. So in my thing, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to powder it once it get done. I'm going to put that into my jar as bits. And then when I'm ready to use it for thickener, use it for seasoning any kind of food I'm using, I will go ahead and grind it up in my, I got a NutriBullet and I got a grinder part with it. And I'll grind it up and powder it and use it as well. So that's what I'll be doing with that. So thank you for tuning in. This is Tish, just doing what I do, cooking with colors. And since this was my first time, I didn't take you on the process where I want to make sure it was done right. So when I grow my tomatoes this year and I get ready to do my canning for my tomatoes, I will take you through each process of each one, from the dehydrating, from the tomato juice, and tomato sauce. Okay? Be blessed and have a wonderful day. Tomato sauce is done. Of all the tomatoes I have 2, 4, 6, 7 quart jars and 2 pints. Ready for the next season.